Are we live? Hello? Are we going live? Hey, there we are. There we are. I gotta fix a thumbnail whenever I get a minute. I was a little late. But hey, here we are. I wonder where my thumbnail went. Welcome in. Oops. Hi, Cece's. Thanks for coming in. We got a few people watching, it looks like. But, yeah. I don't know why the first one didn't work. I must have hit a button wrong or something. But anyways, let's start this over again. This is a behind glass aquarium simulator. I might try to set this up again, but I'm afraid I'm going to mess it up and I'm not going to be able to set this back up. There's no information on this. There's no description or anything, but hey, we're here. Jesse, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know where that first broadcast went. It just kind of disappeared. I think I hit stop by accident on here, and then I meant to start it back up, and it just went away. So I don't know if I can set this back up again with the thumbnail, because I bet everyone was trying to join the other one, and then it just kind of canceled. But can you guys hear me okay? Seems like when I checked on YouTube that everybody could. Audio and visual and that sort of thing, but Aquarium Simulator. Here we go. So this is going to be interesting. I know that some of you guys may not be into this sort of thing, but thank you, Cece. Some people may not be into the whole aquarium thing, but, or I'm sorry, not the aquarium thing. I'm trying to think two things at once here. Some people may not be into the whole video game thing, but I think this would be interesting to watch. Because we're going to create an aquarium for myself, and then we're going to have everybody join in and help me create an aquarium. So for anyone who accidentally joined the last one, for some reason I stopped it and I think it cleared it out and it tried to create a new one. So that was why the other one got removed. So we're just going to roll with this one. I could probably fix the thumbnail, but I'm not really sure if I can do that on the fly while I'm on YouTube. And it's live. So that, I guess that's the main reason, is I'm here, we're good, I'm live. So if I go to my channel, I'm live. It's just not the correct thumbnail or the correct information, but we'll worry about that later. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started. Let's get started with this amazing aquarium that we're about to start. So I had some major help with my buddy Tim, Shadow Shrug. I think he was on the other one, so hopefully he'll join in on this other one. And if you guys, Cece and Jesse, if you guys want to maybe post on maybe Jesse's Discord, or even like let other people know that that last stream accidentally got deleted and I had to restart another one, in case some other people needed to join or not. But anyways, so what we're going to do is we're going to start a new game here. So there's two different modes. In this designer mode, you can design your favorite tanks just for yourself. You have all available options without real world restriction, and your fish and plants will always flourish. And then in simulation mode, you can design and simulate your favorite tanks for yourself. You need to consider real world restrictions such as water chemistry and the requirements for your organisms. This mode lets you add and configure equipment, filters, pumps, heaters, chillers, and water changers. So we're going to name this one P-Tag Aquarium. And we'll do one, Jesse, if you hang around for a little bit, we'll do one for you for your tiger barbs. But yeah, here we go. We're going to start here. All right, welcome to simulation mode. It's intended for aquarists who know what they need to do. There is no tutorial teaching you how to run an aquarium. Jesse says, oh, real original P-Tag. But yeah, it's kind of neat when you first start out. You kind of can zoom in and out. You can rotate the view and see all different angles and stuff. You can hide the border so you can just see the fish. You can knock on the tank. You can feed them. And then other things you got are like, you have your, let's see. We got to name my aquarium. Oh no, we're still doing this one. You have all these different settings that you can use between gallons. You can pick your salinities, your hardness, and all that sort of thing. Can you guys hear the music in this, by the way, too? Is it too loud? If it's not, then I can turn it down. But I've only scratched the surface on this, and I've only got my fins wet on this a little bit, so we want to try and another thing is what's the biggest size you can do? Let me see here. No sound is fine. So can you guys hear it? Okay, cool. It's on my end. I can hear the music, but it's very soothing. But we'll go with no music for you guys, so that works. So if you go to equipment, you have all these different types of filters, heater, CO2 diffuser, O2 diffuser, auto feeder, and that sort of thing. You got different filters. I don't know if you can view them though, because whenever I scratch a surface on this a little bit, you couldn't even see them, but we'll get to that in a second. But here's what we can do. Let's see. View aquarium, we're here. Continue. So breed lab. We got all these different types of fish to choose from. Between like your water type, either freshwater or saltwater. And then you can pick, like as far as, like for example, all these others are grayed out. So I'm just picking or looking at just cichlids. So you got like all the different options to choose from. Got your discus. Jesse, you got your Oscars. No, Tim, it wasn't you, it was me. For some reason, my live stream wasn't working on my original post. And then I had to create a new one. So it wasn't you. It glitched out for everybody. But yeah, so we want to try to create, we want to edit this. We want to do like a background. So we want to select a background. We have these different images to choose from. We'll get to that in here a second. I'm trying to figure out let's see if we can go to the size. Surroundings. I remember how to do this, or certain things, but not others. So let me see if I can get to the right size. Let's see here. So let's try something else. Let's try a new aquarium. There we go. All right, let's just start fresh. We're going to do freshwater. We are going to do, let's say, a length and the width. So it kind of does the volume this way. So depending on do the length and the height and the depth, you can do your volume that way. So the biggest you can do on here, if we go all the way up on here, we got a 528 gallon fish tank. We'll name this, we're gonna max it all out. We'll call Aquarius Maximus is what we're naming this one. So you can even, oh, not surroundings yet, but yeah, 79 inches in length. It's 39 inches in height. So like over 3 feet tall, and depth is 39 inches. We got a 528 gallon tank. We're not going saltwater. Sorry, Tim. So this thing is going to be massive. Oop. We're Aquarius Maximus. Okay, so we want to edit this. So we want to choose our substrate. So right now we have just like a gravel and sand looks like. So we have all these options to choose from. So why don't you give me some options what you like? Because we have only a few options for sands. We can do sand and shells. And then for substrate 2, you can add like small pebbles. So I'm not sure. Let's see, like the intensity here. Not sure what the intensity and radius means, but let's see here. Oh, there's more to the right too. So just big pebbles. Okay, so we could do big pebbles too. Brush operation. Let's see, move view, brush operation. D is hide decoration. Oh, okay, we don't need that right now. All right, so now we can probably figure out the substrate as we go along, but it's a good start right now. But let's see, what kind of decorations do we have? We got dragonstone, roundstone, rock. We got these bricks. I mean, these things are gonna look really small in this, how many gallon, 239 gallon tank. Lots to choose from. Compatibility, hardscape. Okay, so it just categorizes them as far as if you want to gray one out, you have less to choose from. So it's not so overwhelming. But let's create, Jesse wants a tiger barb tank. So Jesse, what do you have in your tiger barb tank? Do you have like I think there's like some Texas holy rock in here, maybe some trees. Got like wood pieces, trunks. We have a rock wall background. Okay, so we can do that. So we need to select, and then we have all these to choose from. So we got 3D rock, life rock, and that looks like it's about it. Just plants and sand and driftwood rocks. Okay, so let's do, looks like the only option we have is like 3D rock. What do you think? Something like that. Should be able to heighten the sand up a little bit. I'm not sure how to do that, but top one, 3D rock. Just like that. That'll work. All right, so we got our rock. And then, man, I wish I could figure out how to do this gravel. I'm not sure how to do trying to figure out how to do the height, but it keeps raising. Nope. I'm trying to figure out how to put more sand in here, because I see down here it says height, but not sure what those do. Like I said, guys, I've only scratched the surface on this, but yeah. So we want to put some decorations in. So Jesse says plants and driftwood rocks. So we got, let's see what kind of plants we got to choose from here. Java fern, Vallisneria, tiger lotus, Anubias here. What do you got in yours, Jesse? We can go with that. I vote Jungle Val. Let's see. They have infinite amounts of these plants, some of them. So where would be the Jungle Valve at? We got Amazon sword, swamp feed, water. Vallisneria? Let's do that. So you can actually change like the height of it. So this is a pretty big tank, so let's see how big this is. All right, so we can kind of spin this around. Toss in some ferns and swords. Okay. Oh yeah, we can adjust the height on that. That's right. Okay. We'll move this. Oh, okay, that's right. Now that I remember this. So we use this and we can kind of move it around. We can use this to go back and forth. And this would be like up and down, but obviously with the plant, you want it in the substrate. So we'll keep this here. We'll add a few of these then. Jungle valve would be in the back. Okay. And then we'll move it this way a little bit. Okay. More decorations. Let's see. We'll do Vallisneria spiralis. Oh wait, we can't just stick it in there. We gotta make them tall. And then we'll stick them in the back. Oh, that's height, that's right. And we want some ferns and swords in there too. You can rotate it too, that's cool. Oh look, there's styles and everything on that too. That's pretty cool. So, let's do some more. So we want some ferns and swords. So let's put a Java fern in there. We're gonna make these big. Put some ferns up front, since they're shorter. Let's see here. Got that one. We'll put another one over here. We're just gonna start plopping things down. Let's see. More Java fern. Put a few in here. Let's do... Oh my gosh, look where these plants are at. All right. How did that happen? They're growing out of the tank. Just like your plants, Jesse. We'll just leave it like that. Okay, so... That's funny. So we want some more Java fern. We'll bring these back. Bring this up front. Let's see here. Keep that one there. Bring this one up front. No Anubias. Anubias are for little girls. Fair enough. That looks pretty good. And then, what else did you say? Some ferns and swords. So I need to put some swords in here, huh? Amazon swords. We didn't do those yet. Cecil, welcome to Aquarium Simulator. This is Jesse's idea. We're making a, what was it, a 539 gallon tank? We need your guys' help in making a fish tank. More swords. We need more swords. We gotta make these bigger. Add. Alright, where is this one at? So we're gonna move this one down. Nope. We need to move this one down this way. Alright. I think we need some more stuff in the back, guys. I think we need to put... How about some swamp weed? Or some red ones? Some red... Let's see how tall these things can get. 20? Rotate them. I wonder how these plants got all the way up here. Just... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I cannot believe that they must have got really tall. That's kind of funny. We need to bring these things down. Can I bring them down? Hey, there we go. Now they're not sticking out of the tank. See if I can do the same thing with this one. Oh, it's fallen over. Bring it forward. All right. That one's kind of sticking out crazy. We need to rotate that one too. Yeah. Hey, Polly. Thanks for coming in. We're doing a whole different live stream today, but we're always talking in here regardless, so anyone's welcome in. What else do we got, guys? What else do you want to do? Oop. Nope, that's not it. All right, how did I get back to those? Let's see. Where do I get back to? Uh-oh, continue. We almost lost it. Simulation, there we go. So what else do we want here? Aquariums, we're good. We want to edit this, that's right. What other stuff do we want? Let's have a look at the wood, says Jesse, because yeah, we're dosing this good. Let's see. Decorations. So these are shells. So we got tree branches, wood pieces, hollow trunk. We got stump. We just got wood pieces. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need a bubbler. I don't know. Did we have that? All we have is a Buddha statue and a skull. As far as what I can see, their decorations aren't SpongeBob related, Mr. Tim. We can put a Buddha statue in there if you want. Unless you guys saw a chest. But let's go with some wood. Let's just go with let's see here. Let's just go with some wood pieces, I guess. That's not fancy enough. How about like some root, like a big root like this? How about that, Jesse? Here's for Hannah. We need a big piece of wood. How about this? Huge stump in the center. Okay, so we need a stump. We're gonna make it 31 inches. Add. So, okay, so where do we want to set this? Like right side up? Because we can move it. Not a whole lot of room in this with this big piece of wood. Up, down, and then we can rotate it. And we can also do it this way. So we're going to stand it tall. Okay. Stand tall, says Jesse. Oh. And then we want to rotate it. And then let's see if we can maybe lean it against... Went straight up and down. How about that? Maybe that'll stay. And it doesn't look like there's any plants that are going to be in the way either. So we should be good. Right in the center. What do you think? Looking good so far. So now we need something else. We need some branches, some twigs and stuff to go along with our plants. Maybe like this trunk. How about that? I think that would look pretty sweet. Let's do that. Wow, that's a small trunk. Let me see, leaning back in a rock wall. Okay, I can do that. Like that. So that way it's leaning against the wall. It should be leaning. I think once we go to simulation mode. It's not falling. So that's good. Okay. So we need to edit. We have to, so you want to lean nothing in the center then? You want to lean this in the corner? All right, we can do that. So we right or left side, Jesse? I'm thinking right side. Plants are moving out of the way. Jesse says left. Gotcha. So we'll go on the left-hand side here. Plant should get out of the way. We'll lean this. Move it down a little bit. Oh. And then we'll move it just like that. So it should sit in this corner here. And we can even move this forward a little bit. We can move this forward a little bit over, so that way this is sitting more up front. Something like that. And then we can simulate it. That's Cece says that's why you put Hardscape in before the plants, because then you end up flattening your plants. I forgot about this thing. All right, so let's get out of simulation mode. We need to pick this guy up. We need to edit again. I can't believe how small this is. So we want to rotate this. You can hardly even see this thing because since Jesse picked this giant aquarium. Okay, so we want to rotate it. So we'll let this kind of go down here a little ways. And then we'll set it kind of back here. We'll bring it down a little ways too, kind of in the back. And then see if that sits. That sits fine. Small wood is useless. Only use big, making sure to scrub your wood clean. No pun intended, right? So we need more big pieces of wood. So we want to get to, keep doing that. We need to go to edit. That's right. Decorations. What did I pick last time? We got to have like maybe wood pieces. Is that what I picked last time? Because there's like different options. Like this one. I can't remember the height. So let's see what this one looks like. Man, Jesse had to pick the biggest aquarium in the world. Okay, so we need, Jesse wants, now I'm not sure how to delete, oh, we can delete that one. Okay. Another big stump. I'm not sure how many of these we have left. Maybe they're infinite. So another big stump, and we are going to make it down away from the one standing up. Okay. We're gonna have to move some plants around. So you want that in front of the log then. So we can move some plants around. We can move this guy around, move him forward a little bit. Rotate him. I like how the plants kind of move out of the way. It's all right. We can move those out of the way. Kind of like this. How about that? Oh, it's got to be out in the about right here probably. And then short. Oh, so you're saying like Amy. Jesse, you're terrible. I know where you're going on that. We're just going to leave this right here. Oh my goodness. You're hilarious. We need to put a few more pieces of plants. Oh, you're serious. Right there. So we'll move these plants kind of like in front of, we'll still put them like in front of this wood. Yep. Jesse says, get your mind out of the gutter. I'll move this one over, this one up a little bit. We'll kind of move that, move it back. And then we'll set this here. Is this right up front? Yep. And we can even move this back a little bit too. We could probably put this up front. Like this. Move this plant. Set it like that. This plant's on top. We can set this up front too. Oh, okay. So the log laying down needs to be touching the one standing. So you actually want it like over here then. Kind of like across here. So we'll have to move some of these plants out of the way. Oh, okay. So it'll be kind of like going this way. So it'll be kind of like in the middle, and it'll just be kind of going like in this direction. Like an L then? Like this way. But coming off of here. Okay. Something like that. What do you think? Oh, grabbed the wrong one. I think that looks pretty cool. I like it. Pretty neat. Oh, this freaking tiny log. I don't even... We could put that maybe up front. Maybe coming off of the big log. All right, what else do we need? Yes, no angle to front glass. Okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. Are you like mimicking your tank, Jesse, that you have with your tiger barbs? Man, I hope this game has tiger barbs. I didn't even look into that to see if they had some. Do we need more plants? Okay. We are not simulating your tank, but we are just making this. Let's put we need some more of these guys. In the back. Yeah, that's as big as I can make those plants. $24. We're gonna add a ton of these. I like these red ones though, as a personal preference. Let's see. An aquarium game. Cool. Yeah, June, welcome in. We're making an aquarium according to what you guys want to do, and Jesse's been a high contender for this. So it's a whole different live stream for tonight. But thanks for coming in, June. Jesse's helping me build an aquarium. We're making a 539 gallon, I think is what it was. He said go big or go home. Any more pieces of wood, Jesse, or anyone else? 528 gallon. Okay, yeah, that Jesse said try to make the biggest tank possible. Let's put some of this. All sorts of various plants in here. Why'd it go all the way up there? We don't need it up there. Man, that's not very tall. We need big rocks. Okay. So we need to go to, here's the rocks we get to choose from here. Roundstone, dragonstone, different various rocks, types. Trying to think of, I like the sand substrate in the background, so I need something similar to it. So I'm thinking maybe this one here. Let's throw this one in. We got different options here to choose from too. Wonder if we can fit this in here. See how big this is. Oh, that's not that big. I feel like it should be a lot bigger than that. Everyone's mind needs to get out of the gutter. It's all right. Man, let's see if we can find a bigger rock. What this one? 12. Let's just go down the list. I get round rocks or pebbles. Oscar slam into decorations and get hurt. So we're gonna do round rocks then. Let's see, like round stone. They only go up to 8 inches. And this is a 528 gallon tank, so this is gonna look tiny in this tank. How about this one? 12. 12. Oh, they even got the chemistry to it. I didn't even see that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we're definitely getting Oscars, for sure. So, I wonder if we can pile up a bunch of round stones then. Can you stack? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was wondering if we could stack these up. I'm sure we could, because there's a button that you can simulate it. So let's see if we can stack a bunch of rocks right here. I think I have... We've been dancing with Mr. Roundstone. Okay, so let's do more roundstone. We have infinite number of roundstones to use. I think it's just, the placement I think is just randomized. So we could try to test this out here. Let me see. So it looks like this is on top. So if we simulate this, yep, See how that rock kind of fell? So we can get a bunch of these and stack them if you guys want. Round stone. How did I find this game? I have a program called Steam, and I just searched Aquarium games on Steam. And it's a platform, it's a computer platform. So yeah, stack for baby Oscars to hide in. We'll see what sizes we got to work with. All right, so round stone, round stone, round stone, round stone, round stone. How much we got here? Grab this round stone, hoping grabbing the, yep. Simulate. All right, so we're getting there. We don't need this in here. We can bring this forward. Look at that plant's kind of sticking out of there. That's kind of cool. Do we have any other round stones sitting around anywhere? Because they seem to be... Let's see if we can put like... this one's not too bad. This one's bigger than the... We have 12, so that might work. Probably better to start with that, I guess. Let's try to add some bigger ones. Here we go. Bring it all the way over here. We gotta throw on the FX6. I don't know if it's gonna show it though, because whenever I looked for it, there are canister filters, but I don't think you can actually see it, even when you pick it and choose an apartment to put it in. So there you go. So we're looking good. Is there anything else? Let's see. Cece says, I played the demo for Aquarium when the developer was talking to people about them at the time, or when the developer was talking to people about their, at the time, upcoming, not available, more version of the game. Oh, more mobile, not more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I think we're looking pretty good. I think we need to start adding some fish in here. Simulate. Doesn't look too bad. I think we did good. In this giant tank. We can actually put a filter first. We need filter. So let me see where that is at. We need to add. We need a canister filter. For sure. Is this what the game is, or can you build fish rooms? I don't know, Cece's. Like I said, the only way I found this is looking it up through Steam. So I don't know anything about like the developers of this game or the Aquarist or anything like that. This was just me randomly looking up, but I was like, you know what? I can maybe pull this off doing live stream. So wondering what the direction will be. I don't think it matters, but if we're thinking FX6, guys, we're thinking the water gets pulled in and then goes to the, to the bottom, goes up through the sides, and then goes through the middle, and then goes back out again. So let's just do this in order then. So we need something like, we have advanced floss, simple floss, and advanced floss. Ammonia resin, zeolite, purifying resin, sponge, bio, and polish. So we're just going to go in order then from top to bottom, assuming that's how it would go if I'm thinking FX6. Even though we don't have a side per se, we'll just go with advanced floss. So sponge, biomedia. Are we thinking bio balls? Are we thinking ceramic? We're not going to do carbon because no one likes carbon. Let's do let's do, we definitely want to do like what, ceramic balls in the middle? I'm thinking that. Regular floss, bio, advanced floss. Okay. So we want to do simple floss for the top. Regular floss, bio, advanced floss. Okay, so let's do, you said bio. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we will do advanced. There we go. There's our filtration. Thanks to Jesse. Hour 1 we're in. All right. What else do we got? Filters, list, general. Okay. So, yeah, we got our filter. Hi, Craigs. We're doing an aquarium simulator today, doing something a little different. Ceramic rings. Okay. Where am I at here? Where'd the filters go? Oop. Decorations, creatures, light surrounding gravel. Uh-oh. We lost it. Hey, there we go. Okay. So, Jesse says, ceramic rings. Okay, those ones. So we got simple floss, ceramic rings, and advanced floss. All right, we're good with our filtration. Now, equipment. Oh, we're done with equipment, I think. Clean decorations. Is everything already starting to get dirty? Let's see. Power head. Was that an option on there? I didn't see that. Diffuser, heater, chiller, a water changer, and a dosing dump. Filters. Yeah, we don't have a power filter, Jesse. Sorry, buddy. Can't do that. It doesn't even show. Well, maybe it shows a filter here. I don't know. Oh, it does. Okay. I know it's not physically there, but it seems like that's what we're doing, so that's good. I would assume if I deleted it, but you wouldn't see that on there. Are we doing fish now? We've got to do fish. Creatures. Okay, so check nitrates. That is something on here. Let me see here. Breed lab settings, not settings. No, it's definitely not settings. I think we have to get everything started. I don't think this is as advanced as having a nitrogen cycle. We can't take sponge filters and put them in here and automatically, cycle a tank on day 1. So if we simulate this, we have charts here. So day 1 looks like pH is at, can you click it? No, it looks not. Oh, it's at 7. I see now. Okay, 7, carbon 25, oxygen 6, temperature 71. Do we need a heater? We need a heater in here. I know we don't like heaters, Jesse, but we might need a heater and set it to a certain temperature. Water properties. Looks like we're still in the green. Temperature's only temperature's only 61 degrees. That's nuts. KH and GH. So what else we got here? Bacteria. So nitrates are only at 1.1. We'll need 2 300 watts for that big tank. You crazy? So denitrify. So our bacteria is only at like 1.1. Chemicals. That's pretty cool that they incorporate all this stuff in here. Water clarity, your waste, your tannins, your effective light. Oh, we can do lights. Isn't that in equipment? I'm almost positive that there's... We need a heater in here. How do we add a heater? Temperature set point, 68. We got to turn that sucker up to like 70. Let's do 78. So these are all on. So all these are on apparently. I think you can just like turn these off if you wanted to. Oh no, they're off. So we need a heater on then. On. Man, I'm glad I figured that out. I like 2 heaters for my tanks if I use them. That way if one fails, you have another one that still works, right? Baby Oscars need 82 degrees. We will set that at 82 degrees. Just for you. 82. Can we type it in? 82. Okay, there we go. We're going to 82, Mr. Jesse. Let's see here. Do we need a diffuser? Oh, wait a minute. Is that what you were talking about, Jesse? I might be wrong on this. Guys, help me out. Because we were thinking a power head. I wonder if this... Maybe we can put a diffuser on. CO2 or an O2. For CO2, it's good. Okay, so we'll put that on then. I think we'll be good after that. What's general here? Okay, we were just on that. Lists, plants. Okay, so it shows all the different conditions of the plants too. Man, this is advanced. This is pretty cool. You get all your information. How about your stress for your plants? We need to discuss that. Running O2, we need to discuss that. Yes. You guys probably know better than I do because I don't run any of that type of stuff. I'll leave it up to you guys for the equipment. We need a heater and we set it at 82. Yes or no for the CO2 and the O2 diffuser? I need your guys' input. No. I've run O2 for growing a particular plant. Okay, so let's just do no for that. And then we'll do O2 for the diffuser. Tim says he pleads the 5th. Okay, anyways, let's get to the exciting part. Now that we got this set up, we got this the way that Jesse wanted. He helped me with the log placement. We got some rocks. We got a tiny piece of wood over there in the corner. We're putting the money into the fish. Alrighty, here we go. So we want to get some creatures in here. Alright, so you were saying tiger barbs, but tiger barbs go good with Oscars? I wonder if you can choose the size. Oh wait, you know what? I need to do something first. Make it easier. No cichlids in this one. I don't know what basilettes. What's basilettes? Tinfoil barbs. Let's see. Tinfoil barbs can go with Oscars. Oscars, no tiger barbs with grumpy faces. All right, so we're doing Oscars. Let's see here. Water type. We just want, oh yeah, we took off saltwater earlier. Okay. Hey, look, there's turtles here too. There's your tiger barbs, Jesse. Are you kidding me? We have only Oscars here, and there's no Oscars? What kind of crap is this? Bala shark? Tetra. Chili Rasbora. Jude says, I'm out. This is some bull crap. What is this nonsense? I can't do this. Oh, there's a Bala shark. We can do that. They did show an Oscar earlier, so what am I missing? Flipping cats. Makes the list a little smaller, doesn't it? Yeah. Wait, did you turn off cichlids? Isn't an Oscar? Oh, so I turned those off then. You're right. All right, June. Cece saved the day for us. South American cichlid. Thank you for catching that. I appreciate it. So let's do this. Is this in a... No, it's not in alphabetical order, but we can change that. There we go. So now we should be able to go to the O's. Bam! Wham, bam. Thank you, man. Okay. So we have Oscars, June. We have Oscars. What are we doing? NcPleccos, this is Aquarium Simulator. I got you right back in, June. I got you. All right, we need some sizes for this tank. This is a big tank, so what are we starting with and how many are we adding? You guys tell me. I'm glad we could pull you in, June. This is fantastic. I need some numbers, guys. You know, June, you have to thank Cece for that because I actually unchecked cichlids, so that was my bad, and Cece got me on that. 2 inches. We have plecos in here. Don't worry, we'll get you. We gotta accommodate to everybody else. 5-inch pleco. Okay, so we want some babies in here. June, I only can go to 7. It looks like I can't go, and I can pick like the number that you want. But it looks like the only size it's given me is 7. Jesse says a big old 18-inch. Holy smoke, guys. It's gonna look big in this tank. But I don't know, for being a 528 gallon. All right, we're gonna add this beast in here for Jesse. Lower the temp and go huge. Okay, so let's go back to... We gotta go back to, oh shoot. Where did we see that at? It wasn't decorations, edit, simulation, equipment. We need to change the temperature. Where are we going to? Like 76? I think we talked about probably around that range. What's a good temperature? We going to 76, everybody? Yep. Will this show the Oscars breeding? That's what 82 means. I don't know. I've only got my fins wet on this game, so... Pistogrammos, Borelli, Opal, and Bro, they are sweet. Oh, nice. 75 to 76. All right, thanks, June. So we'll leave this at 76. 76 here. All right. So we're good there. Wonder if it actually goes through automatically here. It would be over simulation. Okay, back to fish. Oop. Oop, there we go again. All right, so now we need to go to... Oh, I keep doing that. How did I get... Oh, edit, that's right. Okay, so we need to add Oscar. We're going big or going home? It'd be nice if they had albino Oscars too, so we could have an orange and black one. It doesn't give me... There's no arrows here, so I can't pick like an albino or a regular Oscar. Uh-oh, what happened? Where'd all my plants go? Uh-oh. One big one. Oh. Okay. Oh, did you guys see that? All that work. All that work. Oh my gosh. I thought I lost all the plants and the different hardscape and everything that we worked for. Uh-oh, he's getting stuck. Jesse, you might have to move your log down a little bit. It's sitting up front. Our Oscar is stuck, guys. Okay, we need to, Jesse, I'm sorry. We need to move this log down. Our Oscar's not gonna be happy. All right. Let's see if we can work with this. Poor Oscar. I know. Okay. There we go. There's our buddy. He figured it out. Look, he's even going through the plants and stuff. That guy's huge. It's Jesse's fault. I agree. That's cool that the plants actually move, too. He's going through the plants and the... Look at that guy. He's happy as happy can be. 528 gallon tank. Tank 4 of them, says Jesse. Okay. We can do that. We gotta have some plecos in here because NcPleccos want some plecos in here. Not eating plants. That's my fish. Let's see. Only Oscars. I lost him. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Wait. All right, so we're not... I'll put 2 big ones in here. And then I'll put like some medium-sized ones. So that way we do other big fish instead. How about we'll at least have 2 Oscars for sure. How about that? I was going to joke when everything disappeared that the Oscar ate it all. Oh my gosh, like I panicked for a minute there. I was like, oh, all that work for nothing. All right, so if we got to add some plecos in here, guys. We have to add some plecos. I wonder if they'll name them in the P's in alphabetical order. LMNO, probably not. I know I saw one of them in here earlier. We need a baller shark in here. There's one. Baller sharks go good with Oscars? The zebra pleco. That's the only option we got. School of 12 tiger barbs. All right, so we need a zebra pleco in here. Oh no. See how big this guy can get. 5 inches. How about this one? 4. Chemistry. Stressing water properties. It suggests that you don't want to put a zebra pleco in here because of the temperature. We're going to go zebra pleco. In real life, I'd never keep a pleco with an Oscar. Someone on Discord had their pleco kill their Oscar. Yikes. We're going to go ahead and add a zebra in there for you. Is he in there? Oh, he's in there. Okay. Cool. I think eventually he will go to the side. whenever I was testing the waters on this, no pun intended, I think eventually they will go to the side of the glass. Get a good, nice look at him. Pretty little guy, isn't he? Yeah, we need to let bacteria catch up. All right. The Pleco sucked all the slime coat off of the Oscar and left a hole in the fish. Holy smokes. I've heard that they can do that, but that's crazy that you've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that. See, there's Pleco now. He's sitting on the bottom there. Yeah, I have heard that like certain fish, sometimes they'll just attach to them and can be kind of scary for a minute. All right, so we adding tiger barbs, Jesse? Can we add food in here? I know there's a way to do that. Let's add some tiger barbs in here. How about that? Zebra. Oh, okay. Tiger barbs. There we go. School of 12? That's what Jesse was saying. We got 10. That's our max amount, it looks like. And let's have them at 2 inches. How about that? Chemistry says temperature needs to be a little higher. Come on, heater, what are you doing? Expensive Pleco too. Yeah. Some of those Plecos can get really, really pricey. We're gonna add them. Thanks for Jesse. We'll see what happens. Oh, oh. Did we lose one? Look at the size difference. Those guys are gonna eat them things whole. Oh man. So we need to let's see here. There's a breed lab. I did add snacks. Oh my gosh. I need to see. There's a way to. I remember how to get to it. Charts, maybe was what I think it was. Equipment, filters, lists. Yeah, so. Oh, they don't have the fish on here, do they? Creatures, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope, they're all still here. Shockingly, man, that was close. Jesse wanted to add these tiger barbs. Should we add a baller shark in here? All right, so there's a way that... Oh, feed. Okay, here we go. It'd be better if you can actually see the food dropping in, I think. Yeah, I'm hitting the F button. That's why they're all up at the top right now. I think it'd be more realistic if you actually saw food dropping. And then you can kind of knock on the glass too. And they'll kind of jitter around, see that? Swimming around like crazy. All right, we did it. Let's add a baller shark and then we'll call it a day. How about that? Creatures. We need a tank boss. I was thinking the baller shark, waiting for a fish to be eaten like in real life. Because you know that would happen if this was in real life for sure. Oh, baller shark. That's what we want to do. Where'd he go? There he is. This guy wanted to do the full 12. It's gonna happen. All right, let's do 10. We'll just add how many you want to add? Just a couple maybe? Just like with the Oscars? Or should we have a tank boss as like the baller shark? Let's do Hey Brandon. I set this live stream up as Aquarium Simulator. And I started it, and then I accidentally hit some buttons, and I think I accidentally canceled it. So I had to create a new one in a different scenario. So this is why I kind of messed it up this time. So this is something different, you know. I figured I wouldn't get a whole lot of people in here, but it was just something different that we can create. Our own fish aquarium. And Jesse was in here for a little bit, and he helped us out. June's in here helping out. Cece says 10 and a 12. So, okay, so we're going to add one 10-inch. And then do this again. Add a 12. There he is. Okay, so let's see if we can see the size difference. Brandon, we'd put tiger barbs in with giant Oscars. Some already almost got eaten. But we got a Pleco in here. Thanks to NcPlecco Cavers. That was his pick of choice. Oh boy. Oh. It would be really hilarious and kind of bad at the same time if these fish go after these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's still 10 here. Holy smoke. We're going to feed them again. Can you have him dress tanks going at once? What do you mean, June? Can you have him dress of tanks going at once? Not sure what you mean. Sorry, June. It looks good though. We did good on this one. Jesse was a big help. We almost lost June in this one. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's entertaining. I wanted to do something different tonight. I figured not a whole lot of people would be watching this one just because it's different, but this is kind of like my idea of 100 tanks all at once. This is kind of like my idea of like starting with like I just started a Twitch channel and my other hobby's gaming, and I thought I'd kind of mix the two between gaming and my two favorite hobbies right now. So I thought I'd do this just, you know, this isn't going to be something regular on this channel or anything like that. This is just something I wanted to try out and see what you guys thought of. And I don't know, just something different. It's always something I've debated about doing, is starting a second channel specifically for gaming, but I thought I'd mix the two and go with fishing and gaming. And you guys have, you know, everyone's been a really good part of this so far. It's been fun. And I think if I'm not mistaken, like you can like go ahead to the hours so you can keep going. I'm assuming that's why the temperature is still low, because if this is as realistic as this game says it is, that heater's probably still heating up the tank. Oh, we could pick lighting in here. Maybe my son would play. He has done games like this, like Sim and stuff. Yep. Axolotl, I did see that too. That would not mix well with this tank. I don't think the Oscars was a good decision, but it's cool to see him group up like that. Oh! Oscars are not being very friendly right now. Yeah, simulation games aren't for everybody, but I think it's kind of neat. I know there's a way that... Oh boy. How do you get this game? It's on a platform called Steam. That's where I play a majority of my games. And then it's called a Behind Glass Aquarium Simulator. It's really cheap. Solitaire, and I don't lose any cards. You don't play 52 card pickup whenever you don't win. So you can do the light level then. So you can change like, oh, it's really dark. And then you can change like the color. So say if you want to do like, say it's nighttime right now. Did it go to blue? No, it didn't. I had to pick it, I think. Go to blue. Let's go to like a dark blue. Hey, there we go. It's nighttime now. That's pretty cool. We could put this like in an apartment too. I won't say your hubby would take a card. It's kind of neat though. We chose the background, gravel. There's a way to raise and lower the gravel, but I haven't figured that out yet. Surroundings, that's what I was looking for. Autocorrect. Autocorrect is everyone's least favorite friend. There's no surroundings. Okay, so the temperature is going up, I think. Oh, this is air temperature. So let's make the air temperature a little bit warmer. Let's go to like 75. I'm surprised I couldn't select a surrounding because you just, oh, you know why? I know why, because this tank is huge. Jesse picked the biggest tank in here, so I'm assuming that's why we can't pick like an apartment building, because that's the only things that I could choose from before. So like, if we go to like this one, and we picked edit and surrounding and select, you could pick like different apartments and stuff. But since Jesse picked the biggest tank in the freaking game, you can't fit this in an apartment. So, I don't know, it's kind of neat. But yeah. We'll go back to this one. Gotta go. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. June says she's over the line. I love this content. It's fun. We should do this in real life. Buy a bunch of fish or do a live tank setup. You know, it'd be really crazy. We would do a live tank setup like this and then do it like, do this aquarium simulator. And then after we simulate it, then someone needs to go buy a tank and then make this exact model. Wouldn't that be crazy if we could do that? Set up a tank. And it wouldn't have to be big either. It could be small. We could set something up and pick something out, and we could get everybody's input, you know, and say, hey, you know, this would go well with this or this would go well with that. And then someone could set this up and then kind of get like an overall feel of what it would look like, sort of thing. I thought that would be kind of neat. I put the light sideways on a tank. I like the disbursement of the light. Yeah, it's a whole different vibe when you do it that way. Definitely gives it a whole different vibe when you ever put the light on the side. I did a Higer video. It's like a 5-minute long video. It's not a big deal. Not a long video per se, but long story short, it's a submersible light, so it goes inside the tank. My main issue with this Higer light and being submersible is they advertise it as like putting it like, forget this rock while it's here, but like on the back side here, and it like faces toward you. And you could probably put it on like the front glass and face it towards the fish, but then it's just an eyesore sitting in front of the tank. So that was my only complaint about it, is that, and it came with suction cups, and we all know that suction cups fail. So I was talking to a guy, give the fish a false sense of safety. Yeah, not a giant 2 18-inch Oscar tank, thanks to Jesse. I'm going to put a few lights in the stand facing into the tank. Okay. I'm curious to see how that would look. A few lights in the stand facing into the tank. I think that'd be kind of neat. It would kind of like incorporate the lights into the stand. Is that kind of what you're going at there? Because that would be kind of a different vibe too. But yeah, this light. Hey, what's up, Jose? But anyways, going back to that hydro light, the only thing that I don't like is it comes with suction cups, and I don't like that. And two, I feel like, hey, Dad, we're making a fish tank. That's my dad here. Oh, so if you're under the tank, the Oscars can watch you. So it'll be like a no substrate tank then. And you can incorporate the lights, kind of like, I get what you're saying now. Okay. I like the spotlight looking on bigger tanks. Yep. But anyways, before I get too distracted, the hydro light is, so I met this guy through Facebook, guys, and he bought a stand for me just off a marketplace. Well, then we got to talking, and he lives right down the road from me, about 15 minutes or so, and he's in the hobby. I just met him. Obviously I met him through Facebook Marketplace, but then he's been to my place and saw my fish room, and then I went to his place yesterday and saw his fish room. And he did what he calls like cold water fish. So his upstairs is like his normal aquariums and stuff. He's got like rainbow fish. He's got like a small tank of mbunas. He's got just various community tanks and stuff like that. Electric blue acaras. And then downstairs in his fish room is all natural. So he's got like, I wish I could remember some of the names of these fish. But they were all cold water fish, and there was all stuff that he brings like from like the ravines and the lakes and stuff. He just pulls out of, puts like natural wood, natural rock in there, and he doesn't do like hardly any water changes. Everything's just all natural, and he even has like some crappie and bluegill. They're real small, of course, but it's a really neat thing. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing aquarium simulator, Jose. And we're getting some vibes. Some good vibes and some nice relaxing tiger barbs with some Oscars. That almost look like they're getting eaten. I turned the light down though, so we got a canister filter on here and everything. But yeah, it's really cool that this guy has these cold water fish and it's all natural and stuff. So I thought that was really neat. And plus I met him through Facebook, and now we exchange phone numbers and we talk regularly. And I met him at the fish auctions. So that was pretty cool. You'll find out if they're waterproof. Saw the full screen, was puzzled. Then you clarified that I was not looking at something else. Dad says, let's see here. Can you put LED lights in the water that are waterproof? So yeah, that was my video, Dad. If you haven't seen it yet, that's what it is. It's an LED light that goes inside the tank, like in the water, as being submersible. It's very bizarre, but what we came to think of is the guy that I met. His name's Craig, and he was telling me about this, and that's why I mentioned at the end of this video that I was talking to this guy and we were discussing about this, that instead of having suction cups to these things, like you guys got to think of your power heads, your wave makers and stuff like that, that they're all have a magnet on there, just like you're cleaning the glass and stuff, because you have your soft felt on your outside of the glass, then you have like your scrub on the inside. So just incorporate that with these lights. So that way, if you have these lights that are inside your tank, incorporate the magnets so that way you don't have to deal with those suction cups, because in time, we all know that suction cups fail and they eventually just don't work anymore, and you have to buy new ones if they even work. So I think that would be a phenomenal thing for a hydro to do. And I kind of sort of, mentioned that at the end of my video, saying, hey, you guys should incorporate some magnets in here so that way we don't have to deal with suction cups anymore. Which would be a really good idea. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought too, Jesse. I think suction cups should be banned as well. Yeah, I think graphics are pretty good in this game. They're not too bad. It's a nice, pretty scene. I mean, the fish look good. The plants look really pretty. Jesse helped me with these logs here. June helped me with the rocks. Jesse helped me with the plants. We put tiger bars for Jesse. I chose the bala sharks. We chose the pleco. He's around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Yep, just sitting on the bottom. He's not dead, I promise. Cece says, that sounds awesome. I think that glowing bottom tank should be really cool. I agree. I definitely agree. Oops, sorry. Dealing with the fish issue. Jose, I'm dealing with a fish issue myself. I've had several fish issues in my several days, and one currently still going on. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that, Jose. If it makes you feel any better, Jose, I lost 3 African cichlids in my peacock and hap tank in 8 days. So I know how you feel. And I have a frontosa that's pretty beat up right now. So yeah, it's not been a good cichlid. It's not been a good cichlid week for me. So Cece's, you say you have my ways to getting suction cups to stay. So what do you do then? Enlighten us. Probably others too, but they went up in the big dark hole. I'm really sorry to hear about that, Jose. Magnet much better. Yep. This tank has the FX10. Yeah, and Jesse helped me put the FX together. We did here's our filter. We have, where did it go here? I forget. Oh, simulation, that's right. Equipment. We have, this is our filter right here. We have simple floss. And then we have our ceramic rings. And then we have our advanced floss in here. Holy crap, Jesse, we can turn up the flow on this. Change the flow of your filter. The flow determines how much water goes through your filter per hour. We need to turn this baby up. Let's just do 1300 and see if we can see that on the top. I think it did a little bit. Because it was only rippling to about here, I think. So now it's actually going all the way out to here. So I think it made a difference. Oop. So let me see here. June says my ick tank is not getting better. You've probably already tried the obvious things of how to take care of that. So I wish you the best of luck between AX and raising the temp and that sort of thing. I'm sorry to hear about that. Ick is never a fun thing to deal with. June says the FX will suck them up, Jose. Let's see here. What else do we got here? Worse is to see a fish stuck on the intake. Yep, I agree. Especially when it comes to, like, if you don't have a pre-sponge on there, and, like, what I've actually seen is, like, almost like half their body. Like, they almost look like if they're almost being sucked in, especially if they're smaller fish, that they actually kind of look like this, but, like, that's inside, and their body's just, ugh. It's horrible. Brant says, Oasis makes some killer suction cups. Can you buy these at Amazon, Branton? The Oasis? Cece says, before you attach the suction cups, you need to scrape the glass with a razor blade, dunk the suction cup all the way to the bottom of the tank, and make sure there's no air bubbles. Then you'll attach it a little lower from where you want it and push up. I assume you've been doing this for a long time and you've learned and your tricks of the trade. Okay, June says several times, been going on for 6 months. That's crazy. Oh, so where's to see? Oh, so you've had turtles drowned to the intake. Yikes. June uses rubber band or string to tie them onto the intake. Okay, I didn't know that, Jesse. So it's that oh shoot, what's it called? I know I use the stuff, the lube that you use for your seals and stuff. I got Ben Ochart's suggestion, and that I use the same stuff that he uses to grease your O-rings and stuff. So you say you use that, and you kind of put it on the suction cups to kind of help them not deteriorate so quick. Is probably what you mean. June, was that Oscar pretty good size? If you had it for a while, that's horrible, and I'm very sorry for that. Cece says, I've had my little suction cup thermometer stuck to my 55 for 5 years without it falling off, and it works. That's fantastic. Dang. Sorry to hear about that, June. When did that happen? Recently? That's unfortunate. Oh, you said today. That's right. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. Was it like one of these Oscars here? Oh, icky. Yeah, that's never a good thing. I think with this game, if I'm not mistaken, I can keep this running. And obviously I'm not leaving my computer on 24/7. But if I'm not mistaken, I think you can come back like daily and you can check up on these tanks and you can like, oh boy. And you can check up on these tanks and kind of keep up with them. So you have to keep up with the parameters. I'm not sure if like, let me see here. Let me go to the charts here. Let's see what the water properties are. Oh yeah, so the pH right now, so your temperature is 66. So when we first started, I think it was only like 62. So the heaters is working, or it's supposed to be working. Nitrates, yeah, see how the bacteria, so if you look at that, it kind of shows some information on the Nitrosomus bacteria. Nitrosomonas. I like that word. Temperature's too low. I know. Equipment. The heater's on. It shows that it's on. We have it set to 76. What's the deal here? It's taking forever. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think you can come back every day to these tanks and you can kind of adjust it accordingly. As far as, you know, water changing, you know, overfeeding, it's I guess it's pretty intuitive. Oh, there's the border. There's the hide the border if you want to look at it that way. Huh. Keep doing that. Trying to get rid of this. But anyways, let's see, what else do we got here? That's pretty cool, Cece's. I'm gonna have to remember that. Your tips have been very helpful. Attaching the suction cups, you need to scrape the glass with a razor blade all the way to the bottom with no air. Because I do know that if you have air in those suction cups, that's like its worst enemy. Because if you have air in those and they stay in the tank like that, then they get worse really quick. Let's see. What else we got here with you guys? You got some sensitive, fancy goldfish. That's about it. You're doing pretty good, Jesse. It seems like your fish room's thriving and doing really well. Oh, yeah, June. Yeah, sometimes Ick does it. It did that for me twice in my peacock and hat tank. It went away, and then like for about a month, and then it came back. I had to redose the tank. So I have heard that like once you think it's done, all it takes is just a little bit. And what I've done too is even when I treat fish for ick, from my personal experience, if it's only on like maybe 1 to 2 fish, that of course I put them in a different tank. But even after I don't see any signs of ick anymore and it's all gone, I almost leave. It sucks playing the patient game, but I leave them in that tank and just continue to just leave them in there. Change the water very, as much as I can, according to the directions of medicating or whatever you use per se. And then I just leave them, even after I'm done medicating, doing all that, I leave them in that quarantine tank for probably a couple months. And it sucks playing the patient game. I know it's really hard to, but just to make sure that none of it comes back. But the inevitable sometimes still can happen. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Cece says, I wonder if our fish issues have to do with the changes in weather, time, and routines. I mean, obviously that isn't the only issue, but I do wonder how much it plays in. So, Cece's, I want to say that you're probably on the right path because it all depends on if you have city water or if you have well water. Because I've heard kind of mixed feelings on whether or not people actually use water conditioner when they have well water. But it's just because sometimes I've done it before a few times and I never water conditioned my tanks. I guess it depends on the fish and where you get them from. Like the guy that I met through Facebook, he has all cold water fish in his basement and it's all natural. So he probably just tops his water off and that's it. But I know if you have well water, especially when you live in Ohio like me and the seasons change, all the time, that could play a part in the type of water you're getting out of the ground. Whether it be like spring rain or whether it be in the winter or, all depends on the weather. And I do think that plays a part in it. Nothing new in this tank for 2 years. Regular goldfish. He said, I like regular goldfish over fancy, way less problems. Branton says, I haven't found the individual suction cups for sale, but I use a lot of their products and the suction cups never fail. Okay. It'd be sweet if they somehow could get some of those in like different sizes and stuff, and you could just replace them with those or use Cece's method. That would be pretty cool. June says they should make suction cups available aftermarket. Yep, that's where I lose them or they get too hard. Yep. I dose the whole tank. Okay. Yeah, because sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry with ick sometimes, because even if you take a couple of fish out sometime down the road, I personally never had it happen, but I have heard it before through people I've talked to that, I dosed my one tank. I said it happened twice. So technically I did dose the whole tank twice, but I've also done it another time where I've taken the fish out and I've had success with that. But I have dosed the tank before. And it is expensive, but if you have a lot of time and energy and money to put into these fish, it's sometimes worth it. That's crazy, June. You've only had issues in that tank. All right, guys. Unless you want to create another aquarium. I might be running off here in a few minutes. I'm going to go see what my wife's doing. I wonder if she's already in bed. She was pretty tired today. Did everyone see our announcement? My announcement for us. Yeah, Jesse, I fed the fish. So if I hit the F button, it makes that noise. You guys can't hear it, I don't think. And they all go to the top, but I think one thing that they're missing in this is it would really be neat to see like the food, like the pellets like drop down. So you can actually see the fish going after them. Oh my God, almost looks like the tiger barbs. What in the world is going on here? Yeah, I think that's the one thing it's missing. Is I think it should actually show fish food dropping in. Well, I did change the filtration speed up a little bit, so the ripples here go like all the way out to here now for the filter. But yeah, they need to add that, incorporate that if they still continue to update this game. But anyways, Jesse, thank you so much for helping me create this tank. He played a big part in this. We put a Pleco in here for NcPlecco Cavers. June helped us out with the size of the Oscars. I put a couple of baller sharks in here. Jesse was here from the very beginning, so I thank you for coming in. I had a lot of fun with this. I appreciate the, the 10 people, 12 people that were watching for the majority of the time. The Oscars need to fly out of the water and eating. Yeah, I agree. You know, since there's no, like, this looks like a, it's not a glass tank. It looks like just, like they need to do more splashing. There's no lid to this tank. I'll keep it running. Do you mean like you want me to keep the stream running, or do you want me to like keep it running and then maybe do like an update? What do you guys think? Thanks, Cecil. Acrylic, that's right. It looks acrylic. Yeah, so I was thinking that too. I was thinking acrylic at the top, you know, because sometimes with acrylic tanks you don't really have a lid to it, plus a 3D background and stuff. I don't think we should pick as big a tank next time. I think we need to have a really beautiful planted aquarium with some angelfish, something calm. Yeah, thanks, Jesse. Thanks for all your input. The game with these fish. Yeah. Yeah, I'll keep it running, June. There wasn't a whole lot of people watching. I got 12 people watching now. But if you guys like this sort of thing, we can do this again sometime, and I'll try to not mess it up. Because I think that's what happened is the first time I messed it up when I hit stream. And it's really weird with OBS, because the one thing I don't like about OBS that I'm using right now is the stop streaming button. I think what happened, now that I think of it, the start streaming button is right where the stop streaming button is. So as soon as I hit the start, I think I double clicked it by accident. So whenever you hit the start button, then it says stop. And I hit the stop right after I hit start. So I think that's why I messed up the first time. So I just tried to join on another one that I had on the list. And that's why the thumbnail for this one isn't what I wanted it to be. And that the original one was gone. Yeah. Yeah, I think people like this. Yeah, it happens. Not every stream can go smoothly, but like I said, I do appreciate everyone hopping on. That's a good question, Brandon. I've only got my fins wet a little bit. They have like a breed lab. So you could probably pick like, I'm not really sure what the results would be. But essentially you could probably have like some sort of breed lab and mix a couple. And then go from there, I guess. They got flower horns in here. I don't know. I think I'll keep this game running, and I'll kind of keep you updated as well and do this again sometime. Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe we'll do this next time and mess around with it, but it was just nice to see you guys come in here and watch me do something a little bit different. I'll keep this tank running, and I'll every day I'll kind of look at it and see where the parameters are at, and maybe check and see if the water temperature ever went up, and see how the tank looks. Because I think as time progresses, like if you guys see here on the bottom here, it says hour 1. I don't know if it's just because this is still hour 1. It might change to hour 2 since I started streaming a little after 8. So it's probably within that first hour. Maybe we'll see some plants uprooted. I don't know. Hopefully everything will be good, but we should see some type of deterioration between the plants and the parameters and stuff as days progress. I think that's kind of like the whole simulation process. Okay. Yeah, I think what I want to try to do is figure out how to do that, because I can do YouTube shorts, obviously, and I hope you guys have been enjoying those so far. I got to get more serious on the next few shorts, because I think my last few shorts are pretty crazy. But I got to figure out how to do the shorts with my live stream, because I think I need to caption it out a little bit, because I haven't done that yet with my live streams, is create a short with my, within my live stream that I had. So crazy is good. I don't want to get too carried away, but 30 days of shorts is exhausting. I like doing it, don't get me wrong. I really love talking with you guys, and I really love the comments, and I appreciate it. But I think it's going to get tough towards the end. I definitely have some more things planned in the works. Tomorrow's going to be kind of I got to figure something out, because I have nothing scheduled for tomorrow. So tomorrow won't be coming out at 8 a.m. for my short, because I have to actually wake up and figure something out, which I don't think will be too long. I have an idea of what I want to do anyways. I just got to make it. But 30 days of shorts is exhausting, but I'm up for the challenge, and I think it's going to be fun. And it's going to be a fun journey. 1/3 the way there. And we're running strong so far. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date with this tank. I'll go through like the parameters and stuff. And then I don't know, guys, I'll keep you guys updated. And like I said, like June said, I'll try to figure out a short, and maybe you guys can spread the word and say, hey, price tag or P tag made an aquarium simulator game, and it was kind of entertaining. I think as the more that I get into this and the more I do it, then I won't have so much mess ups or trying to figure everything out, and I'll get more comfortable with going through the menus and stuff, because that was still trying to figure that all out as well. Jose says, see text message. Holy smoke, man. Are you serious? Dang, man. Hey, Jose, can I share this? Do you mind? If the camera will pick it up? If you don't, I won't. That's insane. I guess all of us, it's kind of like that time of the month. I shouldn't be laughing, honestly, because that's terrible, but like June lost an Oscar, dealing with Ick, you lost a bunch. This is what Jose sent me. That's crazy. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it hasn't been fun for me either. I've lost a few peacock and halves in just 8 days. I have a frontosa that may not make it, and I just bought him. And long story short, I was hoping he'd work out for me, and I don't know if it's going to. Yeah, June. That's nuts. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but we must be going through a bad time in the fish hobby for all of us. It's really neat to see all the different things that you can do with this game, though, really. There's a lot to choose from. A lot of different plants. Even got like oak leaves, seashells. I mean, your gravel, I mean, you got different stuff you can choose from. You got different lighting. Oh, the density. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. And then, you know, you got your saltwater fish. Water type. So if you go to like get rid of freshwater, here's all your saltwater fish. There's some really pretty fish in the saltwater hobby. I just don't have the energy to do saltwater. I think one day I'll get some clownfish. Yeah, I got some crabs. If you're feeling crabby. Pretty neat. Did they have discus in here? I just now thought of that. So let's gray that out and let's do freshwater. Hey, there we go. There's discus. Just that one color, though. I think. Yeah, they don't have any arrows to go back and forth to choose between a different color. There are more dead in the tank. The filter was not running. The filter was not running plugged. Holy smoke. All right. See you, June. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. Just finished the cephalo treating for epistylus. I hate pronouncing that word. Dang, man. I haven't looked at your video yet. I'm going to here, you know, whenever I'm done here. But you made a video on the difference between epistylus and ick. So I need to check that out. But I'm going to go, guys. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me for a little bit. It was kind of a struggle in the beginning to get this all up and running, but I'm sure next time will go a lot more smooth. You know, I always got to, whenever you do things for the first time, you just live and learn. But I appreciate the people that's come in here. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me and creating my aquarium and just hanging out. You guys are the best. Take care and have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you soon. Take care. Jose, take care of your fish. Wish you the best of luck. See ya.